Hello students, in our last lecture we talked about technical communication in which we discussed about public speaking and presentation strategies. Today we are going to talk about group discussions and interview skills. Now first of all, what is the importance of group discussion? So in a group discussion, many people get together and they discuss about a particular topic. So, what is the purpose of this? When many people get together, they bring new ideas about a particular topic. So, through a group discussion, you can use ideas and suggestions of many people. You can use knowledge of many people and you can come to the best decision. So, group discussions are used whenever there is some issue or a problem which needs to be handled and which is related to a group of people, then they can get together and discuss about the issue and come to a conclusion. Again, group discussion are also used when you want to come up with some new idea, or when you want to change some policies or processes, or you want to come up with an innovative product. Then also group discussion is helpful because you get ideas from many people. But the group discussion is also used by employers to select candidates for certain jobs. So why do employers use group discussion in a selection process? Now, whenever there is a job opening, an employer will send an advertisement saying that they require candidates with so and so eligibility criteria for a particular job profile. Then the company may take some written test, then the group discussion, and then the personal interview. Now, through this, they are actually trying to filter out candidates. So, let us understand that what are those characteristics that the organizations look for in candidates when they take a group discussion. There are four things which are important for group discussion: knowledge, communication skills, group behavior, and leadership skills. So these are the four criteria which the organizations will be looking for in the candidates. So first of all, knowledge. Now, as far as knowledge is concerned, it is very important for you to now as far as knowledge is concerned, it is very important for you to strengthen your knowledge by reading a lot of things and being aware of your surroundings. Suppose if you come across a topic about which you do not have any idea, what will you do? Will you keep your mouth shut till the entire group discussion is over? Not at all. You must not do that. So what will you do? The very important thing you have to do is, first you let others in the group speak. Let some 3-4 people speak about the topic. Now this will give you an idea about the topic. It will give you a general idea about the topic from which at least you can develop your own opinion or the view. So you may either agree or disagree with some people who have already spoken. By doing so, you are at least contributing to the discussion. But if you keep shut throughout the group discussion, it will show that you are not contributing. Now, the second important thing for group discussion is your communication skill. So, when we talk about communication skill in the group discussion, your verbal communication, your non-verbal communication, your listening skills, and your clarity of thoughts. All these four things are very important. Now, as far as verbal communication is concerned, it is important that our vocabulary is strong. For that, we should read and listen to a lot of things in English language so that we are able to express our thoughts easily using these words. But you must take care that you don't end up using very high sounding and difficult words. Use simple words which everyone can understand. The second point is the non-verbal communication. So we have already studied about nonverbal communication in our first chapter where we studied kinesics, and there we said that we must keep our posture straight. So similarly in group discussion you should sit straight, not leaning, and you must make an eye contact with everyone when you are making your point. Then coming to the gestures, you should not point out anyone like this. You always should use your open hand when you have to ask someone to add to your point or you want to ask someone's opinion. Always point out with an open hand like this. Another aspect of nonverbal communication is the paralinguistic. Use of proper tone is important in group discussion. Many times people in group discussion get aggressive. When others disagree with your point and you want to prove your point, then you may get aggressive. But here you have to take care that you should not get aggressive. Here you are there to discuss on certain points without getting aggressive. So take care of your tone. Let it be very normal and natural. Now the third point which is important is the listening skills. Why listening is important in group discussion? Now first of all, to understand that what is group discussion? It is the sum total of everyone's opinions. It is a decision taken at the end by taking into consideration everyone's views. So when we have to take into consideration all of the views, we need to listen to each other. How can we add, agree, disagree, or comment on someone's point if we don't listen to them properly? Sometimes in group discussion, people only aim at speaking something, but they don't listen to others. So that will not serve the purpose of the group discussion. The last point for communication skill is clarity of thoughts. Now, when in a group discussion, you should be clear about your own thoughts. You should not keep on changing your opinions or views, and you must always try to be very clear what is the objective of the topic. But this doesn't mean that you have to be rigid on your point. Now the third part is the group behavior. So the main purpose of the group discussion is to see how you behave in the team or what kind of team player you are. Now, when in groups, people behave in a different manner. The group dynamics are completely different. When personally people work, they are different, and when they have to work with others, they are a little different because others' personality will also affect them. So whether a person is completely dominating in the group or whether a person is very submissive or whether a person is not bothered about participating in a group, there are various behaviors in a group. So when you have to show a positive group behavior, it means that you speak politely with everyone. Whenever you speak, you should be objective and not subjective, not attacking the other person. Just to attack the other person, if you are trying to make your point, it will be shown that you are disturbing the group dynamics. You should be very empathetic and understand each and every candidate who is sitting there. You must understand their point properly and listen to them carefully. Do not get aggressive or angry if someone disagrees to you, or do not try to become very dominating on anyone. Fourth point of group discussion is leadership skills. So what does a leader do? So first of all, a leader is an initiator. A leader is also a decision maker. A leader controls. A leader is a motivator. A leader has good communication skills. And a leader has emotional stability. All these are the qualities of a leader. So how will you show your leadership skills in a group discussion? So in order to show this, first of all, initiate. Now initiate means if you are the person who starts the conversation, that means you are showing your initiation. But if you don't know anything about your topic, then do not be in a hurry to initiate the group discussion. Throughout the group discussion, you will get a lot of opportunities where you can show your other leadership skills. So that is not the end of it. Now the second thing, that is a leader controls. So how does a leader controls? Here it is not about dominating people, but if in the group, if you see that people are going off track, then you can just mention them politely that friends, I feel that we are going out of the track or we are going away from the topic, but our topic of discussion is this. So let us come back to our topic. So this is controlling the group. Now, how to show your motivation, how to motivate others in the group discussion. So when you see in the group discussion, there are few people who are shy of talking or who doesn't know what to say. Many people think that in group discussions, if some people are silent, it is a positive point for them because they will be already filtered out. But that is an opportunity for you to show your leadership skills. A leader always motivates others to contribute. So in order to motivate others to speak more, you should ask them open-ended questions. Do not ask close-ended questions like, do you agree? Because if you ask close-ended questions like, do you agree? Then they will only give answers in yes or no. And the scope of speaking more is not there. But if you ask them open-ended questions like, what do you have to say about this? Or what are your opinions? Then they will at least say a few things about the topic. So again here you are showing your leadership skills. Now finally, a leader is also a decision maker. So many times a group discussion is already over, but people don't know what to conclude, or people don't even know that who is going to conclude, because group discussion is a leaderless group. But here in the leaderless group, everyone can show their leadership qualities. So everyone will think that the others, someone from the group will conclude. So you must try to conclude the group discussion by listening to everyone's views. You can gather them and then come to one conclusion and put it in front of the group so that you can end the group discussion. If no one concludes the group discussion, then that means that there is no end to it and the decision has not been made. So without conclusion, you cannot end the group discussion. So be that one person who can conclude, wrap up the entire discussion and give the conclusion of the group discussion. So again here you are showing your leadership skills. So these are the 4 important things that you must take care when you sit in a group discussion when you have applied for a job. That is knowledge, communication skills, group behavior and leadership skills.